In August of 1927, Emily Murphy invited 4 other women, Irene Parlby, Nellie McClung, Henrietta Muir Edwards, and Louise Crummy McKinney, to her house to consider petitioning the Supreme Court for a decision on the question of whether women are persons according to the British North America Act of 1867. By March of the next year, on her 60th birthday, the question, does the word persons in Section 24 of the British North America Act 1867 include female persons, was brought to the Supreme Court of Canada. Following an unacceptable decision by the Supreme Court of Canada, the famous five, as these women had become known, took their case to the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council in England, Canada's final court of appeal at the time, where the decision of the Canadian Supreme Court's persons case was overturned, recognizing Canadian women for the first time as persons under the law of Canada. How does this connect with Lambton County? Emily Murphy has a Lambton connection. Born March of 1868 in Cookstown, Ontario, Emily Gowan Ferguson, one of 6 children of Isaac and Emily Ferguson, at the age of 19, married Arthur Murphy, a young divinity student in Toronto. Her husband's first parish was at the Anglican Church in Forest. Assuming the responsibility of beginning her married life as a minister's wife, Emily took Bible classes, was president of the Missionary Society, played the organ, and organized the bazaars. Even though she thought that she was not a model parson's wife, Emily was quickly accepted and loved by the parishioners in Forest. After 3 years in Forest and a 10-month stint in Watford, the Murphys spent time in Chatham and Ingersoll helping churches get out of debt and rebuild their congregation. After 10 years of marriage, at the urging of the Right Reverend Morris Baldwin, Bishop of the Huron Diocese, the Murphy family, now including 3 daughters, became mission preachers for the full Huron Diocese. In this new ministry, both Emily and her husband moved from town to town in southwestern Ontario every 2 weeks. After her husband came down with typhoid and 1 daughter died of diphtheria, the family moved out west to Edmonton for health reasons. By 1907, Emily had developed a social consciousness about the plight of women and was writing under the name of Janie Canuck. She began to push for the Dower Act, an Alberta law which would eliminate a husband's exclusive right to property. The Alberta Act was finally passed in 1911. By 1916, Emily's lobbying of the Alberta government for a separate women's court for trying cases in which women are involved led to Emily Murphy being named as the first woman police magistrate in the British Empire. On her first day as a magistrate, a male lawyer objected to her trying the case on the grounds that she was not a person. Emily discovered that the male lawyer was correct. According to the common law of England, women were not classified as persons. This only encouraged this woman to continue to fight for women's rights. At that time, wives and daughters had no rights at all under law. Emily, along with 4 other suffragettes, Nellie McClung, Louise McKinney, Henrietta Edwards, Irene Parlby, became known as the Alberta Five and worked to have women recognized as persons. All women in Canada owe their rights to equal recognition under the law to Emily Ferguson Murphy, whose early values and beliefs were molded as a parson's wife in Forest and Watford.